Hi Edgar.
Hi Farah,
So how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. And you?
Good, thank you.
Mm.
So will you tell us a bit about yourself?
I come from Mexico. I'm studying, I'm gonna finish my studies this month, hopefully, or next one, doesn't matter. So I'm going to graduate in July, and then I'll see what I can do with my life after next month. I've been living here in Manchester from March 2016. So what else? What else? I don't know what to say about me. I like to do I like to do many things. Like I like to swim. I like to go to the gym. I also like to read, but I feel like sometimes I feel like don't have time, so I haven't done it recently. The thing that I do the most is just listening to music. Like I literally just listen to the music, so I don't even move or do anything. So that's one of my activities, my main activities. Yeah, that's a bit about me.
You said you like music. Do you have any favorite types of music?
I like a lot of music. I don't often talk about it because people judge me, but I like a lot of music. I like from classical to being like death metals, but sometimes I never listen, for example, to black or death metal in front of people because they think I'm satanic and I'm crazy. Also, I don't listen to classical because they feel like I believe I'm trying to be like an intellectual person. So so I actually try not to listen to music in front of people, but I like a lot of genres. I like jazz. I also like more popular stuff like indie rock or even pop. Mainly progressive rock. Just also like classic rock from the 70s, 80s, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, lots of music, except oh, I don't know, except things like Taylor Swift. Not to I didn't say for you, Prae, but I mean this kind of music is made for girls actually.
So what were you like as a child? What was baby Edgar like?
Oh, I don't have much memories from when I was like really young. I think I started to have memories from like 8 years old. I have a few memories from before that, but it's really hard. Sometimes it sounds strange, but I'm not really sure if they are completely accurate. My memories at that point, I think that they are not accurate, so I don't rely on them. So I think I have like true memories from like 8 years old. I was very quiet, like completely quiet for most part of my life. I do. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I don't remember much. It's strange, but I don't remember much.
What about your experience here in Manchester? What has the city been like to you?
It's very different from the country I was living in. Totally different, and I like it a lot. Life here is really easy. It feels like it's really easy, and everybody's rich. So that's from my point of view, of course. Like I see that everybody's rich. Life's so easy. So it was really nice to be living here for this period of time. I learned a lot because before coming here I was kind of culturally isolated without even realizing it, of course. I didn't know. Actually, I didn't know what to expect before coming here until I came here, and I see now I have a different view of the world, of all the people. I learned to speak English more proficiently, and that's also another very positive thing for me, because it is now kind of the lingua franca of the world, so it allows you to communicate with a lot of people from different cultures, different backgrounds. So even more so than my studies, I think I like the fact that I learned a lot about other people, other countries, myself, of course, like in this process. All of this.
I also know that you teach Spanish in the Linguistic Society to other students. What's that experience been like for you?
I like teaching overall. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I started on 2014. I got a job as a teacher, and I liked it. But I like it especially when people is interested in learning, and so sometimes I had like really nice experiences with people that were like motivated. They were like you can feel it when somebody actually is enjoying it and wants to learn more, and it's kind of rewarding. Some other times I have people like they were not that interested in learning. They were just to see if I could teach them something and just sit down there. So sometimes it was fun, it was rewarding. Some other times it was kind of boring, but it's part of it. So it's part of teaching. So it was it's balanced, but that's the way it is. So I was expecting it. Yep.
So what was the craziest thing you've done recently?
Wait a second. I cannot talk about any of this. No, yeah. Let's. I did this trip from Europe. I mean from like the Eastern Europe, right? Is that Eastern Europe? I'm not really sure. And I didn't pay for accommodation, so I was sleeping roof all over Europe and walking everywhere. So basically I visited 7 countries just walking and for free, except for some buses that I had to take to cross some of the frontiers, but they were £5, so it was quite cheap. So yeah, basically I think I spent like £120 in total for 1 month that I spent visiting all these countries. So I think that's crazy and stupid because it was also dangerous. But yeah, that's.
What did you learn from that experience?
That it was stupid because it wasn't necessary. So I learned that traveling is more about the people, and it's more about the people rather than being on the place. I went to many places, like many iconic places, famous spots, but I didn't feel anything. It was just seeing another city, and it was fine. And the part that I enjoyed the most on my trip, it was when I met somebody that some interesting people, and I shared some time with them, some conversation experiences. I think that was even better than just visiting places just to see them. So I learned that, and I learned let's say just mainly that, and just what I did, it was not necessary. I could have enjoy it more, because I suffered quite a lot because of my bad decisions that I took, like just walking everywhere. Just because I set this goal at the beginning, I just stick to it, but I shouldn't have done it.
Do you usually set goals and stick to them, even if you think that they're bad ideas midway? Not to say that this is a bad idea.
Not always. Usually, I'm always reassessing everything. Oh, sometimes it's even a problem because instead of just doing something, I'm just reassessing if I'm using the right method, the right tools, or if I'm on the right approach, and I'm just distracted rather than just doing the work. So it depends on what I'm doing. Some things I just I try to not to think about it, which is easier. Like for example, going to the gym, I try not to think about it. I just even if I don't want to go, I just go, and I try not to think much. I just lift as hard as I can. For example, that's one of the things that I do. Before that, I used to be analyzing everything, like anything in detail. But now I just do it, and I don't care. I don't care about nothing. I do care. I just restrict my mind. Yeah, I mean, it works something like that.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Ah, humans. Something went wrong with evolution at some point. Because most of all of the animals, at least from what I see, they never had like bad intentions. Of course, they do stuff they need to do to stay alive, and that thing. But humans, they do actually do bad things just for pleasure, without any necessity. So will change. I mean, if humans could be perfect, that would be fine. Otherwise, I don't know. Just.
How would you change it if you could?
If I could, like, actually do something. Something
about this problem now. Which is the bad intentions problem.
I thought about it for many times, but I think there's not a thing I mean, I can do many things to try, but not really effective, because from what the only thing that we know is what all the history, because there's the only thing that exists for us. And from the history, I can tell that none of these approaches that people has thought over the years work. Nothing works.
What are some of these approaches?
Like promoting peace, human rights. I mean, you can do good things. That kind of improves the world. But at the end, always the evil people win for some reason. It always been like that, at least at these points. So it might as well be the same forever. I don't know.
So what are you most thankful for?
Thankful?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, I'm always thankful for everything. Every time like something good happens to me, I just feel grateful. It's not something that I do consciously. It's just that when I'm having bad times, when I'm strong with something, I don't think, I never blame nobody, or try to. I just try to get out. And when something good happens, then I just feel grateful. But I don't do it on purpose. That's just the way I am. So a lot of things, like let's talk more recently. I mean, I can't say a lot of stuff, but just more recently, like getting this scholarship, for example, I was very lucky to get it. Then at some point I didn't have any money when I was living here, but also I just it was like I don't know, I'm just very lucky I got out of that, and I'm still alive. Yeah, many things. So at the end it seems like everything gets solved by me or by itself, but everything gets solved.
So what does happiness mean to you?
Is I think is a state of mind that you experience when you have like no pressure. when you are achieving the things that you want to achieve, nothing wrong's happening at the moment. I mean, not bad stuff. So when all of these things kind of align, then you feel happy. So it's kind of a transitional emotion. Like you cannot be a happy person, but you can experience happiness at some point. And when you're not, everybody knows what to do. Some people don't do it because sometimes it's hard to do things, but we all know what we need to do to achieve happiness. Like if we are, I don't know, for example, if I need to get a job to have money, because if I don't have money I'm stressed because I don't have money, then I need to do it. And I know maybe it's gonna be hard, maybe all this kind of stuff, but at the end I know the main objective is being happy. Or that's just one example, but you get the idea.
What does love mean to you?
Love? Oh, scientifically, it's just it's also a transitional state of the mind, characterized by a release of oxytocin on the yeah, I cannot look at it any other way. I mean, it's just that it's just one of the functions of the brain. Yeah, I mean, you cannot decide when to feel love. You cannot decide it because it's a subconscious function. So and how can I don't know how to say it. It's kind of like instincts. So you just need to when you feel love for something, somebody, it can be anything, like your dog or something, you just need to do whatever you feel like doing, because you know it's gonna make you happy, and it's more likely to make happy the other person or your dog or whatever. So I think it doesn't have to be much analyzed as people do, because you have no control over it. You have kind of degree of control. Like if you feel love for a person that you know is going to damage you in the long term, you can move somewhere else and don't see it, and over time you're going to get over it. So yeah, you kind of control it, but just to a certain degree, right?
What does control mean to you?
Control to what's the to with our actions to affect the process or the something. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I mean, to have an influence ourselves, to have a conscious influence or onto anything.
Do you think that's always important? To have to be able to control things, like to have an influence on things.
I think so, because that's what makes us different from animals. That we can actually control our emotions. We cannot control them, but we can control ourselves. That's why we do things that are unnatural. We do things that we don't like to do, or we feel our bodies tell us that we shouldn't do. Like I don't want to go to the gym, but I'm gonna go and and just do some work. My body's telling me to go to bed and sleep, or we get jobs and we work for long hours, even though it's unnatural, and we know it's maybe making us sick or just feel bad. But maybe some of the times it's useful, because maybe you need to save money for the future or for something that's gonna happen. Your body doesn't know it, but you know it. so it's important to be able to control yourself, or especially your emotions.
So, if you could have superpower, what will your superpower be like?
Superpowers. I don't know. Let me think. Omnipotence. No, I don't know. I mean, if I had to choose one. Just be more intelligent. I want to be more intelligent because it's always useful.
Can you explain that?
If I was more intelligent, I could make better decisions, notice things that I don't notice now, get to this, analyze things faster. I mean, my life would be easier if I was more intelligent. So I think it makes sense for me. Yep.
How much more intelligent?
Mm.
Because you seem to be very intelligent to me.
No, I'm just weird. I'm just awkward. I'm actually kind of average. No, I don't know. I mean, but intelligent in many other areas, like what I call like emotional intelligence or interpersonal intelligence. This kind of stuff. I mean, not always like numbers or mathematical, spatial. So yeah, also other things that are useful for life, because most of the times that I made bad decisions is not intentionally. Is sometimes it's just mistakes because you couldn't recognize the situation. You couldn't analyze properly and take the right decision. So when I say intelligence, it's overall. So not be a mathematical genius, but just be overall better at everything. If that makes sense.
So, if you could throw back time, what would you like to change? Is there anything in the past?
Yeah, but if you go back in time, it implies that you keep your memories, because if you don't keep your memories, in theory you will do the same thing over again without realizing it. So if I went back in time and keep my memory, I would when I was younger, I was like, first not get fat, because when I was young I was fat, but I didn't know, I didn't have like the information available, because I was eating the food that my parents gave to me. It seems like it wasn't that good, so and that affected my health for many years. And for example, when I was in high school, it made me self-conscious, so this kind of stuff. So I would change that. I would like have a better diet from when I was young, and I would learn to socialize and to talk to people when I was young as well, because it just improves your life. But I didn't know how to do it when I was young. Now I'm learning, and I'm seeing like it's actually it's useful, and it's overall, it makes you happy. So so I will learn to do that. Those two things maybe. And I would do a hobby, because when I was a kid I didn't do any hobby. I started everything when I was older. So I would do something, and probably at this point I would be like really good at something. So yeah, those three things, they're fine.
What kind of hobby would you do?
Yeah, I would have taken swimming before. Oh, I don't know, maybe not, because I'm not that tall to be a good swimmer. But yeah, maybe swimming is fine. Even though if I don't go to the Olympics, it's fine. But if I have started younger, I would be better now, and that would be cool. Actually, now I will be retired, so it doesn't matter. But but from the times when I was swimming, I think it's one of the best years of my life, because I have a lot of friends. I actually enjoyed going to train every day. So having this from before in my life would have been cool. So yeah, I would have taken swimming when I was young.
Okay, so to finish this off, what advice would you give to anyone watching, or future Edgar watching?
Oh. Ooh, it's okay. To myself. Just it's hard. Do more things without looking for a purpose, a reason. Sometimes we wait to have a reason or a purpose to do something, but I think most of the times you find the reason and the purpose when you are actually doing something. And there's many things that is proven to be just overall good for anyone, like learning anything. That's good. I mean, for example, let's say languages. If you wait until actually you have the necessity of or the motivation to just learn one, maybe it's too late. So you can start earlier, and maybe you find the motivation on the way, and then you save some time. Just do stuff, even though they don't make sense at that moment. They might make sense in the future. To general people, I don't know. I cannot tell, because I'm not like a role model for nobody, so I cannot tell people what to do.